The following is an excerpt of Vampire Reincarnation by Fabio Kun. Kai knelt down, his pupils dilating as he felt the creature's razor-sharp teeth dig into his stomach. Blood and adrenaline rushed through his veins, his heart threatening to jump out of his chest. He grit his teeth in anger and raised an intertwined fist as a primal howl escaped his lips. Onyx sped forward, baring his fangs at the purple creature. However, before he had the chance to return the favor, Kai's fist glowed with a soft light, and then shot toward the monster's skull. The sickening cacophony of snapping bone and agonizing hisses echoed through the air, sending shivers down the spine of any who dared listen. The thing fell, grabbing a piece of bloodied armor and flesh along with it, and it stood there dazed, the ebony scales still stuffed in its mouth. It twitched, daring to get up. However, Kai would not give it the chance. He screamed once again, and lowered his fists upon the creature, again and again and again, letting out anguished grunts each time. His hands became a bloody mess, and pieces of bone and brain remained stuck between his fingers. The creature stopped moving, and Kai took a step back, leaning above it. He blinked rapidly, his pupils constricting as his vision switched between his hand and the humanoid corpse laying before him. His breathing hastened, and he smudged the blood and parts on his clothes as he tried wiping himself. Onyx watched from a distance, taking half a step forward before stopping, his pupils widening. The purple creature's skin turned a bright red, and before either of them had time to think, its body exploded into a million pieces, littering the ground with mangled flesh and dirty blood. Some of it landed on the moon petals, bloodying their beautiful flowers. Most of it, however, landed on Kai, whose horrified expression amplified tenfold as blood painted his face red. His entire body shook, and he remained unmoving, the shock driving his mouth to stay agape. He gulped, swallowing some of the creature's blood. Kai's heart instantly raced as a half-euphoric, half-disgusted feeling rushed through his body, and he had to stop himself from licking his lips clean. Minutes passed, and he stood unmoving before the bloodied patch of flowers, grass, and himself. He didn't care about the sharp pain coursing through his body. How could he? His perforated clothes meant nothing to him. Neither did the blood littering his body, both his own and the creature's. All he could think about was the drops he swallowed, the euphoria that rushed through his veins and into his brain. The sweet taste of the red liquid lingered on his lips. A smile broke out on his lips. Laughter escaped his body, and he brought his hands to his face, pressing his fingers against his cheeks. He scraped at his own flesh, and finally brought his palms down, taking away most of the blood with them. What have I done?